Well, I was a bit concerned. It's the the ultimately sexy week. Sex Ultimate is 6 weeks to go. It's Wednesday. And I'm very glad to report that I'm back doing stuff actually on the boat, and not just with my mind. This week, so I do actually have some progress to report. And I'm designing out fantastic amounts of work. Everything is becoming incredibly simple. So having this pressure is really, really useful for the design process, to hone it in, to simplify it, and it just gets better and better and better. So I've done. I don't want to go in there because it's just a bit awkward. How difficult it is to get to the boat at the moment is whoops, right, good. Because this this tongue, I'm going to call it a tongue, is supports the end of the floor, and was glassed into a big sort of lump right across. Look at those patches. I'm getting quite good at doing epoxy. Tidy, very happy. Yeah, it was just glassed over in like a big lump, so I took the lump off because I want to stand there. So I've prepped that all through and prepared the footwell, we're going to call it, for painting. And I'm just going to stick that floor down. So I'm going to come in here in a minute and stick the end of this floor down, so I won't be able to come back in here again for the rest of the week, I don't think. To give the epoxy a chance to really bond that tongue down. Yeah, because it supports the floor. It supports the floor by like a rotational. So you stand on the floor, and the tongue lifts up. It's like a little spring cantilever. So I need to bond it down because it's been just bouncing about. I'll need a few days to go off. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing the video today. And I've also done this piece of epoxy work, with which I'm very pleased. Which is the the stove base. So that's epoxied in there real firmly now. Very happy with that. It looks, because it looks tidy, it looks simple, but it was really not simple. Designing the glass and getting it in there with the piece of wood in situ, sheathing in situ. It's just not easy. So yeah, very happy with that. Did that on Monday, validated it yesterday, and prepared all actually from about here all the way through there. And I come over the pots and do that this afternoon. And I found the last bit of grot. There can't be any more grot because I've looked everywhere. And so that'll be what is next week. No, tomorrow. And the rest of the week is just finalising these pieces of epoxy. Because once I come out of here, it's ready to paint. Unbelievable to say it. And this, once I've put this down, will be ready to paint. I need to stick this under that and just glue it in. That holds the step up, and now it's easier to get in the boat. Yay. It's just I didn't have that piece of wood in. Yeah, it will be sturdy eventually. It's a jolly risk, because with about that piece of wood in, I think I've stood on it once or twice maybe, but that whole thing could cave right through without that piece of wood in there, because it's not supposed to be cut in half. Got an incredible solution for the way this is all going to be strengthened back together. Incredible solution. Two little, we'll see it, it's just incredible. The outboard solution has just got a magnitude simpler, and the hatch has returned. I've ordered the dome. Still haven't got my rudder parts here, but with an outboard motor I don't need the rudder on actually, so I'm not worried about it. The sliding hatch. I decided that it was not what I was intending to build out of foam and glass fibre and stuff. There's no better it was no higher really. When I figured it out in the lockdown series, I put a lot of garden sticks, bamboo, into a frame and evaluated the space and the size and how I wanted it to be. And actually the protrusion above the place where I want the dome, so above the opening of the sliding hatch, is not substantially bigger, higher, wider than the hatch that I've got. And if I were to, the way that the sliding hatch is done on the Vivacity, the way that it was built, is very poor. But if I can put it back so it is nice and doesn't let the water in, which is not entirely possible, it's going to be quite a leaky hatch arrangement, I think. Not leaky, but you know, drippy and slightly not super perfect. Anyway, is with the sliding hatch, the facility is actually better. You know, the boat is better with a sliding hatch because you can slide it open. So I'm having the sliding hatch. Good. So I don't have to think about that. And so it's simplified the thing that I'm going to do with the back, because it doesn't go all the way over the top of the hatch and it's all integrated together. Is really I'm really worried about this. I need to do this soon to get it out of my mind. But it's just a piece across, a fat piece across, and a piece up, and a piece down, and that's it. Sides, and a piece, and a deck. That's it. 4 bits, right? And I'm getting quite good with the epoxy. We've seen that, so I'm becoming a boat builder. That's the upshot of having a boat, is becoming a boat builder. I quite like it. I really like it. I really like it. The process of designing and figuring out how to make it happen, and then making it happen. So it's, you know, it has those extra rewards where architecture is something that you do and you send the drawings away, somebody else realizes it, and one very rarely actually ever sees the building. Here we get to, you know, I get to see the fruits of my thoughts, and it's really lovely. So excellent. I'm happy. Good. I feel it will get done. I can't say I'm not concerned about it.